I don't know. Just appreciate what Justine had to say because it just reminds me, like, we're on the winning team right now. We're defending champions. We took down that statue. They try to colonize us, and we're still here. They try to kill us, and we're still here. They try to put down that statue, and we're still here. So no matter what, like, we're on the winning squad, y'all. We're winning out here. They're losing.
My name is Michael Trujillo. I'm a professor at the University of New Mexico, and also affiliated with Chicano Studies there. I'm associate chair of Chicano Studies, and I'm also a professor of American Studies. In my thoughts about today, I think it's really important that we are doing this, or that you are doing this. I think we need to bring attention to this statue and who Oñate was. As has been said, even in his own time, he was taken away from out of New Mexico by the authorities from Spain for the things that he did, even by their own assessments. And I would also say to the people here who have come and said that they identify with Oñate, and that is their person that they see as their sole ancestor. I think that many of them have other ancestors too. And I'd also say that they should think about the things that their parents, their mothers, their parents told them to. Didn't they tell them to identify with the people that suffer rather than the people who cause the suffering? Shouldn't we side with the people who were oppressed rather than the oppressor? Those are my comments for today.
I'm here with Christina Castro. Christina, thank you for coming here. If you could just give us your initial thoughts and what you're thinking right now, how do you think Thursday is going to go?
I think that we need to find out where the installation exactly is going to happen, and we should strategize around making sure that the installation does not happen. I would rather not disrupt a celebration. I would rather prohibit the installation. And so I'm down to mobilize on that. And there's lots of strategies. We know some of them, so we should just literally get down and start planning how to make sure that is not installed. And that's kind of my sentiment right now, because I'm ready. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's not going to happen.
I thought today went well. Everybody who spoke, for the most part, was right on. There's always one. And there's always one colonizer who shows up and wants to defend. And as I stood here and listened to everyone, Christina and Beata and Jen and you, all I was thinking was, yeah, he's probably right. He is Oñate. And just like all the rest of them in this, heteropatriarchy that we have been suffering through, they're all Oñate. And we shouldn't be surprised that they want to bring him back. But in this particular case, I want to quote Justine, who said at a city council meeting, "Why the fuck are we back here again for this same shit? Like, seriously?" I think there's a cycle that goes through, the Pueblo territory. I don't know if it's the same in Diné territory, but it's like we get rid of some shit and it stays quiet for a while, and then it's like the locusts, man. It comes back and bites us in the ass. It's like, fuck, I thought we got rid of you. And like Christina and the school board meeting where we went to and had the same thing happen, except that we left right after we got harassed. So because we were afraid of waiting until the rest of the council were able to chase us and enact violence. So they didn't catch me crying like they did Christina, but that's the same shit. Just keep cycling through. What I think about Thursday, I think it's going to be a bloodbath again. Not literally, figuratively. And I also don't think that these men are going to know what hit them, because all of the not men, other than men, LGBTQ and femmes, are just going to tromp on their souls like they're going to wish they never showed up.
Okay, ubi agendi. Now kawe tamutsang nambuwinge na omu Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Markel Musgrave. I'm from the Pueblo of Nambe, and I came out today just to support our relatives organizing around stopping this. It's been actually very exhausting, and so I'm just here to support and continued strength and prayers for everybody who's had to deal with this issue that's been ongoing in cycle for decades. As a parent, as a Tewa person, this is something we're constantly navigating in many different systems. Currently, this is just Rio Arriba. But yeah, my hopes are that, on Thursday, that statue doesn't go up, and if it goes up, that it comes down, because it's unnecessary and doesn't need to be there. And we're doing this for our babies, right? Because we don't want them to continue to have to do this fight over and over again cyclically. It's over, it's done. That's it.
Hi, my name is Selena Montoya Garcia. I'm from Okeowinge Pueblo. And today was a huge pivot. I think there was a few groups who got together and made this press conference happen really quickly, and I'm so thankful for all the organizations that got together to make this happen. I'm the Land and Body Violence Coordinator for the Coalition to Stop Violence Against Native Women, and I am here because this is happening on Tewa territory. I'm doing this for my kids. I think that everyone in this county talks about how they're indigenous, how we're so diverse and we're a melting pot, but they glorify violence against their indigenous ancestors, and that's not okay. And nobody knew that this statue was coming back up until last minute. They're being very sneaky, and from the history that Ike, the man that spoke about all the shady shit that this guy is doing, that this commissioner is doing to make this statue happen, I hope that he leaves. I hope that we can get him out of office.
Well, I hope we don't get to Thursday. I really, really hope that this generated enough attention and support that they will reconsider even trying to erect this statue, because as it stands, if you've listened to our recent podcast, what it seems like is Alex Naranjo is trying to create a buffer for himself to deflect away from his crimes by bringing out the statue and directing people's anger towards Native activists, essentially creating a buffer around himself with the bodies of Native women, which is just like so on brand historically. And so I hope we don't get to Thursday. I mean, because it seems like supporters of the statue are going to treat it as an all-out, violence fest. I think they're like salivating at the idea of getting to brutalize people. So it's going to be awful. I think it'll be good, though, too, because I think, we come out with our whole hearts and with our fierceness every time, and we know that we have backing, and we know that we have protection, and we know that, good wins, even in a place like this where it's so saturated by violence. As far as this goes, this press conference, I think it was good. There were tense moments, as there always are, with things like this, and right now what I'm thinking about is it's feeling like, honestly, I feel reinvigorated. I feel like we're coming on another flashpoint for the Native movement here in New Mexico, and I feel like any attempts to squash it are only going to strengthen it, truly.